Agano River, steeped in the colors of the 4 seasons. The Agano River offers views of abundant nature in all seasons, as well as magnificent currents. The wide riverbed serves as a place of recreation and relaxation for the region, and is always bustling as a place for day-to-day activities. The source of the Agano River is Mount Arakai, on the borders of Tochigi and Fukushima prefectures. The upper reach of the river on the Fukushima side is called the Aga River. It flows into the Aizu Basin, which is ringed by 1,500 to 2,000 meter high mountains. Branches, such as the Nippashi River, flowing from Lake Inawashiro, converge in the Aizu Basin. Tadami River, the largest tributary of the Agano River, originates in Oze. These rivers merge as you enter the gorge. On the border of Niigata Prefecture lies the Takisaka landslide area, Japan's largest landslide area, and one which continues to slide even today. The name of the river changes to Agano River as it enters Niigata. It flows magnificently through the Echigo Plains before it empties into the Japan Sea. The Echigo Plains have poor drainage around the sand dunes along the coast, and where it is ringed by mountains due to the silt deposited over many years by the Shinano and Agano rivers. Low-lying areas, many of which are at sea level, stretch out from here. The catchment area is Japan's 8th largest at 7,710 square kilometers. And the river is the nation's 10th longest at 210 kilometers. There is a lot of rainfall throughout the year in the basin. As such, it boasts Japan's 2nd largest runoff rate at 12.9 billion cubic meters. Hydroelectric power that uses this abundance of water is thriving. The shape of the former Agano River now looks totally different. The Agano River in the Edo period meandered sharply while converging in the Shinano River. This sharp meandering caused damage whenever there was flooding, and because of this, it was also called the Abare-gawa, or Violent River. In 1730, drainage canals were excavated in Matsugasaki to prevent flooding and to provide drainage for rice paddies. But snowmelt damaged the canal weirs after the excavation. Those canals became the main Agano River. The old waterway still remains today as the Tsusen River. In the past, there were many lagoons around the waterways. You needed to use a boat to get around wherever you went in the Uchinuma of Fukushimagata Lagoon. Mud from the lagoons and swamps were carried by boat to create submerged rice fields so deep that you would sink up to your hips. Transportation by water flourished since ancient times on the Agano River. The Aizu region of the Fukushima Prefecture, which is surrounded on all sides by mountains, and Niigata Prefecture, made use of both rivers and streets to carry goods, such as rice from Fukushima Prefecture and salt and such from Niigata Prefecture. The many people living in the basin subsist on farming and fishing, and fished for a variety of seasonal fishes in the river. They sold off salmon, trout, and lamprey, and dined on barbel steed, big-scaled redfin, and others as an important source of protein. Even today, salmon fishing in the fall is a common feature on the Agano River. The history of the Agano River is one of floods and wars. The floods of 1913, 1958, and 1978 caused enormous damage. Large floods frequently struck in 2002, 2004, and 2011. The flood that accompanied the heavy rains in Niigata and Fukushima in July 2011 were especially noteworthy for 10,000 cubic meters of runoff per second, the highest ever measured by the Maoroshi Observatory in Gosen City. A total of 447 homes were partially destroyed by the flood, with many other houses submerged. As you can see, recent years have brought more frequent flooding, and the scale of the flooding has grown. Embankments were built along Agano River, and canals are being excavated, so that waters of the like seen in massive flooding in 2011 can be made to flow safely. Some 50 years ago, on June 16, 1964, the Niigata earthquake occurred off the coast of southern Awashima Island in Niigata Prefecture. This earthquake drew the attention of the world, as it was the first case of a large-scale soil liquefaction. This widespread liquefaction caused massive damage to the Agano River banks. The banks in areas around the mouth of the river that were prone to liquefaction were made earthquake-proof in order to prevent damage to the banks during an earthquake. Strengthening a river this prone to flooding gives the region safety and peace of mind, and contributes to increased business in the region and other forms of regional development. The Agano River is widely used as a place of recreation and relaxation, and day-to-day activities for the region. The expansive riverbed features a bustling park and sports ground, where festivals, sporting events, recreational activities, and various other events take place almost daily. You'll also see a lot of canoeing and other above-water activities. Let's talk about the abundant nature of the Agano River. On the right bank at the mouth of the river is Hyotan Pond, formed from silt deposited on the riverbank. Many precious endangered species inhabit this pond, such as gorgon gnat, torafu dragonfly, and killifish. Over 100 species of birds also call Agano River their home. There is a collective nesting ground for snowy herons, while communities of willows and reeds create a wonderful habitat for them. Many swans come flying into the Echigo Plains to winter. You can find them here on the Agano River as well. The nine-spined stickleback, commonly called togeso, is an endangered species inhabiting the irrigation canals of Gosen City and other areas of the southernmost limit of the river basin. The Gosen Togeso no Kai and other NPOs conduct preservation activities in this habitat. Students of local elementary schools use their integrated learning time to study the environment and history of the Agano River. We, at the Agano River office of the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport, will continue to protect and develop the Agano River, a regional treasure steeped in the colors of the 4 seasons, together with the local community, so that we can pass it down to future generations.